Hello everybody and welcome back to another EToH video. Today I'm going to be trying one attempt on every soul crushing tower that I've been and seeing how far I can get. Now I've been to quite a few soul crushing towers that they've been ranging from very easy soul crushing towers to some of the hardest in the game. I don't know if Tower of Raging Tempest is that hard, but anyways, hope you guys enjoy this video, and if you do, make sure to like the video, subscribe so I can grow bigger. Anyways, let's get into it. Alright, we're in our first area to do our first soul crushing tower, aka my first soul crushing tower. It is Tower of Double Trouble, and it is one of many. Now this was my first soul crushing tower that I beat back in 2020, I think either 2020 or 2021, but it was a while ago. And it was one of my most fond memories of this game because the entire server was rooting for me, and low-key I got Blocker Man to join my server because I sent a screenshot of me on floor 10A, but unfortunately during that run where Blocker joined, I fell all the way to the bottom. But the next day, got back on, and we beat the tower, finished it off. So let's start with this Tower of Double Trouble. Alright, now to set some ground rules. What I constitute as a fail is if I fall one floor under the one I'm on. So if I'm on floor 5 and I fall to floor 4, that's a fail. If I'm on floor 5 and I fall somewhere on floor 5, I don't constitute that as a fail. Unless it's a really long tower. Then I guess I have to use my own judgment for that. But we'll see. We'll see in the future whether we're gonna have to use that exception. Now, this tower isn't the hardest on the first 2 floors, but the difficulty spikes up a lot on floors 3 and 4, and 5 is moderately difficult, but it's not as hard as floor 3 and floor 4. Could be a lot worse. Floor 6 is also pretty hard, but we'll see if we can even get past floors 3 and 4, which I consider the biggest roadblocks of this tower for people who are trying to beat it. Alright, so we made it to floor 3, where things are gonna get noticeably harder. This is one of the hardest jumps in the entire floor, but there are strategies you can do to make it easier. Obviously, I'm a lot better at this game now than I was before, so I don't really fall to it anymore. Didn't you know it made it to floor 4? This one's harder than floor 3, by the way. Just want to put that out there. We've made floor 5. Wow. I'm actually getting pretty far. Okay. Well, that was a fat finger and a half, but... Alright, it's time for our next tower, which is over at Ring 2, aka... Tower of Difficulty Chart. Alright. I'm not even gonna talk for this first part. I'm just gonna speed it up for you guys. It's pretty boring. There is no way I just failed to the challenging part. Tower of Difficulty Chart. I thought I was gonna go the furthest for this one, but I guess not. Didn't even get to reach the climax of the tower. Alright, next tower it is. Alright, we're in our second area, and we're here to beat Tower of Hydrenalin, which is the 3rd easiest tower in the insane difficulty, and it's in the banquet room over here. This was pretty weird tower because it's mostly carried by some humongous outside section on floors 7 and 8, and then the rest of it's also pretty hard, but it's netted. so it's fine. Also, I did not fall one floor there, so that doesn't count as a fail. That would have been quite unfortunate. Pretty sure this tower is supposed to be like kind of a speedrunning tower with all the buttons and stuff, but it's never ended up being an actual one because Floor gave up on that after floor 2. So it's a teleporter, right? Yeah, but it only teleports you a tiny bit. Doesn't teleport me to floor 1, so we're still safe. Floor 3 here, this is like the hardest jump in the entire tower, and we did it. I remember this spinner part being annoying. Ooh. Up the edge. Shoot. Yep, I knew I was gonna fail there. That's such an annoying part. Alright guys, now we're in Ring 7 to do Tower of Extreme Hell. Now you might be wondering why I'm up here. It's because this is how you get to the portal room. Fun fact, this tower used to be Peak Remorseless. Wonderful. Peak Remorseless towers. Always need more of those. A lot of people hate this tower for its absurd gameplay at the later parts of this tower, which I can't blame them for it. Gameplay in this tower is pretty trash. But when I beat it, I didn't really have that much of a problem, so I don't think it was that bad. Okay, so I literally cannot see. Oh, there's an elevator here. Everything's blending in with the wall. It's kind of annoying. I have to like go into ghost mode to see anything. Alright, we're on floor 2 and there's these spinner wraparounds. Not much to say, this tower is pretty boring. Not a whole lot going on. Okay, so I just missed my stop. Do this again. Oh shoot, and I did not see. Why is the red like camouflaging with everything? Dude, oh, I could have done so much better. Whatever. That's Tower of Eternal. Not Tower of Extreme Hell. Alright guys, we're here in the Lost River for our next tower. So we made it to the top. You just gotta take this next pusher and boom, we're at Tower of Unsettling Heights. Fun fact, this tower was originally in Minecraft. This tower is weird because its gameplay shifts so much in the later half that it's basically just 2 other towers, but I'm pretty sure the first half of this tower is like Remorseless or something. So far, the furthest I've gone in a tower is floor 5. Let's see if we can get past that. I don't think we're gonna get past floor 5 on any of the extremes. Except maybe the shorter ones, like Tower of Bloodthirsty Kinos. And then that one's a bit learny. Okay, I'm turning on the invisible people because I can't see anything. Alright. Okay, so the honey block just didn't catch me, and I don't think we're getting past floor 5 or anything. No! Okay, we're back in what's arguably the best area in Zone, or Area 1. We're doing Tower Bent Trauma. This tower is extremely short, also extremely hard. So if I do good, I might be able to get pretty far, but pretty sure all the consistency I have on this tower is gone because I haven't played it in months. So I'm probably gonna, by the like 15-minute mark, stop the video and make a part 2 later, because if I don't, it's gonna take way too long to make to make a video for all 28 soul crushings that I've beaten in this game. So yeah. To be honest, I have zero clue what floor we're on, but I think this is floor 4. So we are getting quite far. Okay, I just missed the button. Wow. Hopefully we can keep this pace up. And floor 6. So if I don't get to the layer half of any tower, that's gonna be pretty embarrassing. Alright, to floor 6. I think. I have to fact check myself on that. I have zero clue what floor this is. But it might as well be floor 6. Chat new PB on the thing. The thingy. The 1 attempt challenge. Now I do have to lower my frames per second on this part because for some reason it's inconsistent unless you're on like 120. There we go. Let's move that back up because the game's unplayable if it's not on 240. That is a joke, by the way. Also, we are on floor 7. Really like the music. Really serves the atmosphere justice. Hey, floor 9, I think? Holy crap. Getting far. I remember this this jump. I'm 100% failing this. If I don't... Ooh! What? Even I'm surprised by that. The jump I failed the most when I beat this tower. And mind you, I wasn't, like, terrible when I beat this tower. I'm on floor 10! Okay? Wait a second. Okay. Lock in here. No way! What? Also, what the heck's wrong with the chat box, bro? First try, bro. Oh my goodness. Alright, so we're in Ring 1 for Tower of Infinity Gauntlet. Oof, being soul crushing first try will always be crazy, even though I beat it before. Anyways, this one's slightly harder than Thanos Tower. Remember the first time I beat it, I like fell on floor 9 or something, but I didn't fall in the GBJ. I just have to redo like 3 floors. It's kind of annoying. I did like a lot to my run. So this tower is really loot faily. I don't know why they made Thanos Tower loot faily. Very questionable decision on their part. Adding safety nets, but I guess it makes up for the length of it. If it didn't have the safety nets, it would be a lot harder. We're not counting that. And jump pad did not work. How's that my fault? Okay, hold up. There you go. Okay, now the fails are gonna start counting, you know? Okay, somehow we've made it to floor 3. 3 minutes. It's an okay pace, but don't let that fool you. Because this tower is way longer than 1 minute. Oh crap. Yep. We are not beating Thanos Tower today. But hey, I think that's a great pace to leave off the video because we beat an actual soul crossing tower in this video, which is crazy. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this part 1, like and subscribe, guys, and hopefully I'll be able to make a part 2 without procrastinating too much. Alright, see you guys.